What is up, my friends? You're all very welcome along to what is definitely the first take of me recording this FA Cup preview. I haven't done four before this. This is definitely the first one. We are taking on Southampton at Anfield tomorrow night. It's an 8 p.m. kickoff, but as you can see on the screen, we'll be live here from 7 p.m. with our watch-along, full post-match, player ratings video, match reactions, social media reactions, all the usual stuff you could expect from us on a match day. Fair to say as well that this has probably been the most difficult starting 11 prediction that I've done in the 5 or so years I've been on the channel because of the injuries we have. I think we're going to look to rely on youth tomorrow. And I'm going to make a bit of a bold prediction. I fancy Dan's to score a goal. I'm certainly going to put my money where my mouth is on that one. But if you haven't been on an Anfield Agenda preview before, this is what you can expect. I'm going to take you through the injury concerns from Liverpool ahead of the game. We're going to give you a score prediction. And then we're going to go through the starting 11 bit by bit, asking you guys to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, just a shout out again, a reminder, we are going to be in Boston March 22nd for a live show at the House of Blues in the Foundation Room. If you'd like to join us for that, there should be a link in the description of this video, or you can just go on to Ticketmaster and search over there. Tickets are still available, and as I said, March 22nd, Friday night, right beside Fenway as well. We'd love to see you there. So, injury updates. Jurgen spoke today, and this is the gist of what he said. Thiago Alcantara, he looks like he could be out for the remainder of the campaign. Looks like there's a fresh setback there, and he very well could have played his last game for Liverpool. Now, I'm paraphrasing, and the last part about him very well playing his last game, that's a me thing, not a Jurgen thing. With regards to Joel Matip, same there. We know that Joel's ruled out for the remainder of the campaign, and both those players then would be out of contract. Gravenberch, a bit better than I expected. When you've seen Ryan going off on a stretcher, your mind immediately thinks this could be months. But thankfully, it's an ankle ligament injury. Klopp said 2 games minimum, so even if it runs a little bit past that, you'd certainly hope to have him available for the Manchester City game coming up on March the 10th. With regards to Dominic Szoboszlai, Darwin Núñez, Mohamed Salah, Jurgen said touch and go for tomorrow, for Wednesday. Realistically, I wouldn't have been looking to start any of the three of them. Certainly maybe have them on the bench to get minutes if needs be. But if they aren't available for that, you would fully expect them to be ready for the Nottingham Forest game on Saturday, which, by the way, will be refereed by Paul Tierney. But don't worry, I know what you're thinking. It's the VAR that's important, Craig. Okay, well, what if I said to you that Stuart Atwell and Konstantin Hatzidakis are going to be the VAR officials for that game? You nervous yet? But that's where we are, unfortunately, folks. So let's get into it and talk about the score prediction first and foremost. Again, was a difficult one to gauge. The game does have to be resolved and finished tomorrow. So what I've gone for is this. A 2-1 victory for Liverpool. There's no rhyme or reason as to how I came up with that number. Obviously, I'm guessing. But I fancy with the Anfield crowd behind those youngsters who, let's be honest, are probably still walking on cloud 9 after that Wembley experience, I think and hope we'll get the job done. I'm backing Dan's to score. Who else? I don't know. Suggestions in the chat are most welcome. But for me, that's my score prediction for the game. Now, with regards to the starting 11, let's have a look at it and see what you think. Again, would love to know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree or disagree? So let's start off with goalkeeper and centre-backs. Now, a lot of people have said that they think Adrian could or should play. I get the understanding. I get you're thinking if we play Kelleher and he picks up an injury, but that can't be the mindset for me. You can't be wrapping players in cotton wool just in case, particularly a goalkeeper who, doesn't have the outfield exertion of the players with the distances covered and stuff. So I wouldn't be looking to wrap Queeveen up. I'd be looking to keep the momentum going of his good performances. So Queeveen in goal for me. Centre-backs, look, I've mixed it up as you can see there. Jarell Quansah and Joe Gomez. Be nice to reward Joe with a centre-back start, wouldn't it? For all his great work covering on both the full-back positions. So Quansah and Gomez obviously giving Verge a chance to rest up, and Kanade as well. And then we move into the full-back positions. So what I've gone for is Conor Bradley, who was taken off at about 77 minutes, if my memory's correct, against our opponents at the weekend in... sorry, I'm drawing a bit of a blank at the minute because I'm thinking ahead to further team selections. So Conor Bradley was taken off at about 77 minutes in the League Cup final, so he should be good to go. On the other side, give Kostas Tsimikas a run. He was back in. Really interestingly, actually, when Kostas came on against Chelsea, if you look at a heat map of his positions versus Robertson's positions, you can see how much more advanced he was. So he was certainly sent on from Jurgen to say, get forward there, mate. So I think Bradley and Costas in the full-back positions. Moving into midfield, this is where it gets a bit tricky, right? I had 2 of these positions down, but then I realised very quickly I probably had to include one of the more experienced players. And then you look to think who played the least, who could have maybe recovered, and this is what I've gone for. Bobby Clark in the holding midfield position. Ahead of him, Alexis McAllister and James McConnell. That's my best attempt. And I think that's a good balance. You've got the experience of McAllister in there. And let's be honest, at this point, Bobby Clark and James McConnell, they've more than enough experience, you know. And they always look very capable on the pitch. So that's my midfield trio. Clark, McConnell and Alexis McAllister. I think we have to have one senior player in there. And Alexis, again, didn't play the extra time, unlike Endo. So I think Alexis is more likely to be available. Now, into the final part of the pitch, the attacking ends where, again, difficult decisions to be made. But this is what I've gone for. And by the way, the reason I didn't put Elliott in that midfield is, again, he played a lot of that game against Chelsea. And I'd like to rest him up for Saturday's game against Forest. So, looking at the wide positions now. Time for Craig Houlden to get a run again. He's been on the bench recently, so he's obviously fit. So let's get Craig Houlden on there. Maybe give him 60, 65, and then perhaps bring Mo off the bench just to give him a few minutes before the weekend. So Craig Houlden, wide right. Left side, as you can see, I've gone for Lewis Kumas. Again, another youngster who's been knocking on the door. This seems like a very good opportunity for him. He can play in midfield. He can play as a left winger. Let's give him a left wing position here against Southampton. And you'd hope that these guys are up to that level. Southampton, obviously, a good championship team. Have been in the Premier League for many years as well. This is a level I want these boys tested at. So Kumas on the left. On the right-hand side, Mr. Craig Houlden. And then through the centre, you know. It's obviously going to be Dan's, isn't it? And I'm backing Dan's to score. So, again, just to recap, my predicted 11 for the game against Southampton. Queeveen Kelleher in goal. Conor Bradley at right back. Costas Chimikas at left back. Jarell Kwanzaa and Joe Gomez in the centre back positions. Probably Gomez getting the armband if we're being honest. Then Bobby Clark, James McConnell and Alexis McAllister in midfield. With Lewis Kumas on the left, Craig Houlden on the right. And young Dan's through the centre. So, I've had my say. Over to you guys now to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with my team? What changes would you make? These are all things we'd love to know. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like. And as you can see in the top corner, we've gone past 244,000 subscribers. So the countdown to 250,000 really is on. Hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this early enough in the evening, about 6 o'clock or 6:30, don't forget we will be live tonight as well, 8:30 with the late night agenda. But most importantly, don't forget tomorrow, 7 o'clock is where we'll be live for the watch along. Hope you can join us for that. It isn't on TV, I believe, in the UK, at least to the best of my knowledge, but we got you covered. Don't worry about that. And even if it is on TV, if I've missed it out, still come along and join us for it. Post-match stuff as always. Until then, thank you for watching. Look forward to reading your comments and appreciate all your support of the channel. Thank you.